episode of fishingwithvance.com here today. So we wanted to try something a little bit new, get away from some of our other videos that we've done, get into a little bit more of sharing with you guys exactly what we're doing, how we're doing, and lures that we're fishing, etc, etc, etc. So the video that we want to do today is to be able to share with you guys a lure that I know I've had tremendous success with this year, which is called the Hoochie Koochie from Cabelas. And here's a couple of the packs that are sitting right here. Basically what this is, it's I call it a hybrid fluke slash paddle bait. That's what I call it. It's basically a paddle bait. You can take a look at what we got right here. This is the black and the white, has the paddle on the end of it. Very soft, very supple, which is one of my favorite words of all time. And we've really had some good luck with this year. Basically, it's going to be imitating a minnow or a dead minnow, a dead bluegill, things along those lines that bass really have a hard time not coming up and crushing. So we wanted to show you how we were fishing it, how we were rigging it, the different kinds that we have, etc. So again, called the Hoochie Koochie. I really love to call it the Hoochie Mama, made by Cabelas. They come in a few different sizes. This is what I would call the standard. This is a 4.5 inch size. Also comes in a 3-inch size and then also a 5-inch size. And one of the great things about this, it is a Cabelas brand product. So you get a really good price point with this. You get 10 of these guys. So this is a 10 pack for $1.99. That's really hard to beat whenever you compare that to some of the other name brand flukes, paddles, etc. Especially in the soft bait category that are out there. So really, really good price point. So basically how we fish this then, we're going to have an EWG hook that's on here. And we're going to fish this usually with a leader. And we'll usually use a fluoro leader that's going to be on here. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 12 to 18 inches. And then we'll have our swivel up here. And then that'll connect to our regular line. The way that I really like to fish this, as I said, is that I like this to mimic a dead or a dying bait fish, or dead or dying minnow that is basically on its death spiral on the way down. So depending on the depth of the water, the conditions, wind, things like that, you can also add a split shot somewhere in between your swivel and where your rig is going to be here. I usually add a very small split shot, like the BB size, made by Gremlin. Seems to do the trick. Gives it a little bit of an extra fall and a little bit of different speed to the fall. And that's something that you guys got to play with out there. Some days they like just the free fall of just this more so than if you have added weight on. The other thing then that you got to play with as well is where exactly do you put that split shot. If you put it closer to here, obviously this is going to fall a little bit faster. If you spread this out, this is going to fall and then drag this guy behind it, which is going to give a different presentation and a different rate of fall. And that's something that you got to get out there and you got to tinker with out on the water, depending on, again, the time of the year, what the conditions are, etc. So one of the things that I really like to do is how I rig this Gamakatsu EWG hook on here. And hopefully you guys can see, I like to actually angle the hook where I'll come in from one side and bring it out the other side. And the reason for that is so that we can get a better hookup ratio. What I was finding is that if you take that hook and put that right straight through the minnow, that's going to bring your hook and it's going to sit right on top of that minnow, which a lot of guys like to do, and there's really nothing wrong with that. What I found is that I wasn't getting a very good hookup rate, which I was really surprised with because of how soft and again how supple this is. You would think that that wouldn't really matter. So what I started to do, if you can see that, is I started to actually offset that hook a little bit. So it actually came and it sat flush on the side. Couple reasons for that. With that hook being like that and not being straight into that minnow, that gives it a more pronounced death spiral as that thing is going down towards the bottom. And I think that the fish like that better than they do just a straight fall. I don't have any data or anything like that. All I know is that I catch more fish whenever I have that hook in there like that. The other reason is for a better hookup rate. And what I believe happens here is that as that fish comes up and it bites at, you can see you get a lot of leeway there where that hook is exposed. And that's going to give you a better chance at a hookup rate. Sometimes if you have it straight against the back, that hook will actually get stuck in there And then you have to penetrate through all of that plastic in order to get that hook into that fish's mouth somewhere. This way, with that thing sitting on the side like that, if you can see that, that hook is sitting on the side. Whenever Mr. Bass comes, he clamps down. Look at that hook. That's just sitting there saying, you're done. And in the boat you come. So that's the way that I rig that, with that hook off to the side like that. I've had really, really good luck this year, like I said. A lot better hookup ratio once I moved that hook over to the side. Had the different pronunciation with the fall, and just gave it a totally different look that I think that the bass really liked. And so make sure that you check out some of our other videos. We have a couple videos out there where we're really talking about the Hoochie Mama or the Hoochie Koochie and the luck that we had with that. So we just wanted to take a moment, get a video together, and show you guys exactly what we're doing and how we're doing it. And hopefully you guys will be able to take that, learn from that, and maybe tweak that accordingly with whatever setups that you guys are using. But I know that we've had a lot of luck with that. So we want to make sure that you guys have that info as well. So want to thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys watching, checking us out, taking the time. If you can, please make sure that you hit that like button. Leave some comments below. Let me know if you've used these Hoochie Koochies before, maybe something similar. How you guys are rigging them. I know that there's a ton of different ways with the hook setups that you can do on here. Everybody sort of has their own thing, but we're just trying to share some knowledge, and hopefully we can all become better fishermen out of it. So hit that like button, leave some comments, please subscribe if you haven't, tell your friends, make sure that they subscribe, and we just want to become better fishermen overall. So again, I want to thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you like this setup here, and as we get into the holiday season, we'll be using this a little bit more. Hope everybody has a great holiday season. Fish on.